Jason.
I think the news conference is started.
So let's listen in. Worked together in Little Rock. Is now part of the team.
Jeff Flag, and I represent Jesse Miskelly. Jesse's other lawyers, Michael Burke and Nancy Pemberton from California, could not be here today.
Steve Braga from Washington, D.C., represent Damien.
Donald Morgan from San Francisco, also represent Damien.
And Dennis Reardon from San Francisco as well, and I represent Damien.
Patrick Banker from Little Rock, and I represent Damien.
And Laura Nyrider from the Center on Wrongful Convictions of the Youth in Chicago, representing Damien.
I'm Rachel Geisner. I'm the private investigator that helped work on Damien's case.
Good job.
Thank you. At Youth Center on Wrongful Convictions of Youth. Cheryl Karen Patrick Benker's wife and law partner.
Where do we begin?
Damien, 6 years ago I sat with you on death row, and we talked about when this day would happen, and here it is. Can you describe what you are feeling in this moment?
Still very much in shock, still overwhelmed. You know, we kind of have to take into consideration that I've spent almost the past decade in absolute solitary confinement, so I'm not used to being around anyone, much less this many people. It's kind of overwhelming.
Damien was the alpha plea. The judge said it was plea. He's not dealt with on some other things.
Right.
You have to say, the court's verdict that you're guilty of a crime that you professed to the judge you did not commit.
Right.
Is this justice? Is this what you've been looking for? Is bittersweet?
It's not perfect. It's not perfect by any means, but at least it brings closure to some areas and some aspects. You know, we can still bring up new evidence. We can still continue the investigations we've been doing. We can still try to clear our names. The only difference is now we can do it from the outside instead of having to sit in a prison and do it.
Damien, Jason, how can you concern about when you go out? There are some people who are still angry about this. You're concerned about that?
Very much, yeah.
Why not? Why do you
I mean, I'm concerned. Because, yeah, because, I mean, even when you're in prison, it goes on every day. You have to worry about your own safety. It doesn't matter what the crime it is, you still got to worry about your safety regardless.
Jason, how about you?
I can't worry about what someone else may do. I just have to, stand around the people I love, people who love me and care about me, and, just trust. We can't live our lives in fear. And as far as your question earlier today, this was not justice, At the beginning, we told nothing but the truth that we were innocent, and they sent us to prison for the rest of our lives for it. And then we had to come here, and the only thing that the state would do for us was to say, hey, we'll let you go, only if you admit guilt. And that's not justice, no matter how you look at it. They're not out there trying to find who really murdered those boys. And I did not want to take the deal from the get-go. However, they're trying to kill Damien. Sometimes you just gotta fight down to save somebody.
Jason and I talked about this, and I think it's important to say that Jason was initially resistant to this proposal because it was against the principles and the things that we've been working for in this case. We achieved one of two goals today, and that was securing these young men's freedom. It didn't secure or get the ultimate goal, which is a finding that these young men are actually innocent beyond all doubt of the crimes for which they were committed. Jason was initially reticent to this proposal as a matter of principle. I can only imagine Sophie's choice that he faced in agonizing over this decision. There are many reasons that Jason, I know, made this decision, and one of them was that it took another man off death row. Jason literally saved a human being's life today. That's an honorable position. That has integrity. I can tell you that I've been so proud to represent Jason. I am proud to be his friend, just the nobility and the honor of what he did here today. He's the hero. Name again, sir? Blake Hendricks. H-E-N-D-R-I-S.
How about you, David? How difficult was this for you?
How difficult was it for you to make this decision?
To be honest, honest, it wasn't that difficult. I'm just tired. You know, this has been going on for over 18 years, and it's been an absolute living hell.
Yeah, let me just add a little bit onto that, because these decisions are client decisions. The decision Jason made, unbelievable, heroic. Damien's decision, different places. You can't judge, second guess these decisions unless you've been in their shoes. Spent 17 years on Varna, most of the time in solitary. You could ask, did you really do the right thing? He's the only one who's been there. He made the right decision.
Every day in there.
Absolutely.
And what do you do now then? And Jason, after my justice hasn't been served, but yet you're free. What will you do
I'm
now?
gonna live my life as best I can and enjoy every moment of it.
What's the first thing you want to do?
I don't know, I'm just kind of, going with the flow right now. My family and friends are, helping me and taking care of me.
Is there anything that any of y'all, or through your attorneys or yourself, can tell the investigators that might point them in a different direction or for different suspects? Is there anything now that you've been adjudicated and you can't be held guilty for or found guilty for or charged with?
I know I can speak for everybody and say, these kids are absolutely innocent of the crimes for which they were convicted. Therefore, they have no means to even suggest completely innocent and unaware of what happened out there at 10 Mile Bayou.
Jesse,
Let me just point out one aspect of what happened today. These men not only walked out, they created today, by this plea, to me, proof positive of their innocence and the state's recognition of it. Because does anyone believe that if the state had even the slightest continuing conviction that they were guilty, that they would let these men free today? It would have never happened if the state hadn't come to the conclusion that the plea is entered today or their convictions are overturned in December and they walk free then. What it would mean is continued confinement. But to me, the state's acceptance of an Alford plea, in which they maintain their innocence, and releasing them is evidence of the state's recognition of their innocence.
How much of that is what do you think were the factors? What do you think were the factors that the state was most afraid of this upcoming evidentiary hearing? Alleged juror misconduct or high breath? I mean, what do you think they were most afraid of revealing?
Well, look at the court documents, because what the state agreed to today was a finding by the court in granting the new trial that there was such compelling new evidence of DNA along with all of the evidence that no reasonable jury would convict these defendants at a new trial. That finding had to be made before the plea could be entered. And I think that it's an implicit recognition by the state that is the finding that would have been made at the hearing in December.
How much of an influence did the national publicity have on it?
And,
the support from the celebrities, the national publicity, the fact that perhaps the state didn't want to go through a highly publicized trial again, how much did that impact what happened today? Sir Damien, anyone?
I think it had a pretty big impact just because they knew they wouldn't be able to get away with a lot of stuff that they got away with the first time. They knew there would be more people watching this, more attention on this case, so they wouldn't be able to pull the same tricks. Basically when we went to trial the first time, they came in with ghost stories, rumors, innuendo, things that really had nothing to do with the case whatsoever. And they knew now the whole world was watching them. They wouldn't be able to do the same thing. They would have to come with some sort of concrete, physical evidence, and they didn't have any, and they knew that.
What did you guys talk about now that you've been back together?
We haven't really had much time to talk about anything because we've been in separate places at the jail and, just a few minutes that we've been together before the hearing and now, so we haven't had a great deal of time to talk about it.
What did you say about Jesse?
Lori, could you now
Yes.
talk about what her role in all of this has meant for you and the case as a whole?
Lori is the thing that's kept me strong and sane, that's allowed me to survive over the past 18 and a half years. If it wasn't for her,